Hi guys, Red Raw, back again, just with another different video for you today, not regarding anything to do with Liverpool FC, so you can feel free to switch off now. It's a bit of a subject close to my heart, and I know a lot of people who have experienced similar issues. So this is going to be a trigger warning, so if anybody who can't deal with hearing about mental health, please feel free to skip by and catch me on the next Liverpool related video. Anyway, this is from my point of view and how I've experienced things. As a kid, I've always been a big lad. Even when I was a youngster, I was always bigger than most people. All the way up through school, I was always the biggest in the school. Even I don't know what the years are now, but I was always the biggest. It doesn't matter what year I was in. I was bigger than a lot of the sixth formers when I was just starting there and all this lot. So I've had a lot of mental abuse, just targeted at my size basically. I've had it all my life, all my adult life, and it does get you down a bit. Not so much these days because it's a bit more like water's off a duck's back. I'm a bit older and wiser now, but when I was younger, it certainly affected me. Got me into a lot of trouble because I was a bit of a scrapper back in my younger days, between like 15, 16 to probably early 20s. I didn't used to take any shit. If I heard anybody saying anything, I'd deal with it. But there comes a time when you can't do things like that anymore. But you're always like your peripheral vision, you're taking everything in surrounding you because you get used to that much abuse just from random strangers. Like your hearing's even better than your eyes. You'll just hear people sniggering and making comments under their breath, and you're living like to the friends, look, whatever, fat this, fat that, blah blah blah. Yeah, whatever. Carry on these days. It's not as it doesn't affect me as much. But I think it definitely all contributed to my state of mind. I think it got to its point when I was at my worst. Well, I'd say it started getting worse when my dad passed away in 2005. We wasn't the closest. He wasn't. He was an old school dad. It's like he didn't really show any love or affection towards you, but he loved you, and vice versa, you loved him and all that lot. It's just old school. Didn't namby pamby cuddles and all this lot. It didn't really show love in that way. That's where Mum came in, and she was everything really. But yeah, this is about my dad at the minute. So in 2005, my dad passed away. Not long after we won the Champions League final. So that hit me hard. That's my first real experience of suffering with bereavement. It affected me for many, many, many years, emotionally, mentally. I became a bit of a recluse for many years. It was just me and my mum, so I was just doing some things, and mum became my focus for many years. There's a lot of family disagreements, people falling out, as families do. I'm still in that situation now, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. And I'm not going looking. I won't be making up with these people. A lot of water's gone under the bridge. But yeah, so I spent many a year, just me and my mum, living together, looking after her when she got older and worse health-wise, and just being company for each other really, because I didn't really go anywhere, didn't really do anything. Just a bit of a house hermit for many years. But slowly, when we've moved from property to property, different areas, different places around my area, which is Lincoln, if you don't know, it is Lincolnshire. It's only really classed as a city because we've got a cathedral, but it's not bad. We've got castles and stuff. It's all right. There's worse places to live. But yeah, we moved around outskirts and to different properties in and on the outskirts of Lincoln. Just me and my mum, just getting on with it really, trying to be company for each other, trying to get each other through losing Dad, because it hit her hard as well. So I spent a lot of years there. She got gradually got older, obviously, and her health got worse. So then she moved in to a different property on her own with like assisted living. We had carers come in 4 times a day and that doing meals and do this, that, and the other, whatever she needed doing, basically. Which that was hard because I'd been with her for a long time, and then I had that wrenched away. So I'm just left on my own. Never really lived on my own. Never really. I don't know. It's difficult. Never really had any much successful women. Don't got no kids. Never been married. My experience, all the women I've ever had interactions with in that sort of way have always been out for themselves and what they can get. Basically, that's from my experience. Kind of give up looking now because it just seems a waste of time. There's a lot of shallow people out there. Dating apps are the worst, man. If you're not a bloody Love Island contestant, you ain't got to look in, mate. And I'm a big 6'5", fucking massive, overweight guy who has to use a mobility scooter to get about for a bit of independence. It's not exactly a pull for the ladies, is it? So I think I'm gonna get some cats and be a whatever spinster. Well, I know that's the women's version, but just cats. I don't know. Never say never to say, but I'm losing hope fast. I'm not. What am I? 48 this year, I think, something like that. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So me and Mum, she went and lived in a assisted living. I mean, in the old house we used to share together. So it's like a big empty house now. Just me rattling around in it. No purpose really. But then my purpose became my mum again, because she needed help with this, that, and the other, doing her shopping and fetching this, doing that for her, sorting her bills and everything, making sure they got paid and this, that, and the other, blah blah blah, as you do. Whatever she needed, I was there, because obviously I don't work, so I was able to be there all the time. My other siblings would have been there, but they worked, or they're unable to get about because of their health issues. And then some of them are just knobheads, but there you go. It is what it is, as they say. But yeah, so we've always been close, but we got closer because I saw her every day, spoke to her every day. But my mental health's never been brilliant since my dad left, as I've said. But we kept each other going for a long time. And then obviously, as you know, recently she passed away. She'd had a fall, broke a hip. She already had underlying health conditions, bad heart, COPD, arthritis, you name it, she had it, bless her. But when she died, I've gone from seeing her most days, speaking to her every day, to absolutely nothing. It's like having a part of your body just ripped away. Certain people don't think you should show your emotions and grieve publicly or whatever, so I just deal with it on my own. I can't vent to anybody about. Well, I could vent to my sister when I get on with, she's alright. But I don't really think I've grieved. I don't think I've been allowed to grieve. It's just a massive part of my life just taken and left me with nothing, nobody. So I was at my lowest at that point, to the extent I take a lot of medication because I'm diabetic. So I've had my medication all lined up, tablets, whatever. After you've had a few too many, you think, oh, just fucking do it, get it over with, stop the suffering. But for some reason you don't do it. So that passed by, and then I find myself near the river, a big river, deep river, and I'm on my scooter, mobility scooter, and I'm thinking, I'll just drive into the river. What's left to worry about? Do it. Get it over with. Again, but for some reason I didn't do it. Not for not wanting to. I just I definitely wanted to, but for some reason I didn't. So then I got help from my doctors. I'm on medication for stuff like that now, and I've joined AMC Andy's Man's Club, which is probably one of the best things I've done. So I highly recommend it if you're in a similar situation and experience similar things and feelings. It's good to talk. Go talk to somebody. Join a group. Ring a crisis centre. Suicide prevention. Family members. Just reach out and talk to somebody. It's no good bottling it up. I bottled it up for many years. It just screws your brain up even more. But I highly recommend, if there's a Andy's Man's Club near you, go along. It won't be as bad as you think, and you can make some good friends and realise that life is not as bad as what you think it is, because there'll always be somebody worse than you, which is always a good thing to try and remember and carry on, knowing it's not as bad as you think it is. Even though in your mind it's the worst thing ever, it's not as bad as you think it is, trust me. Believe me. But yeah, if you're suffering, please get help, seek help, speak to somebody. Be the best thing you ever did. It could be the difference between you being here and not being here. And as much as you think nobody's going to be bothered if you're not here, there'll be somebody who will be highly devastated if you wasn't here, trust me. So, if you're in need, my email's in my channel channel page description. Feel free to drop me an email if you need help. I'm willing to talk to you. I'll email you, phone, whatever you want to do. If you're in a bad situation, feel free to reach out to me, to anybody, close friends, anybody. But to make sure you do reach out, because somebody will care. Okay? I know it's not been my usual jovial self. That's another thing. People expect you to be jolly and jovial all the time, when you think, I'm fucking in the mood for that. We can't keep a smile on your face 24/7. It's impossible. But yeah, I just wanted to put it out there, give you a bit of backstory to my story, basically. There's a lot more to it, but it's not for YouTube. I just basically getting a message out there. Just if it's good to talk, please seek help from somebody. Make the step. You'll be thankful you did. So, all right, guys. I shall catch you on the next one when it's a bit more upbeat and less somber. All right. Anyway, thanks for the few subscribers recently as well. I appreciate it. And thanks to Dunk again. He's a top bloke, and I've got his back anytime. All right, guys. For now, Red Raw and out.